Hi everyone, and in this video we are going to see what is two-way binding. So actually, to explain this, you can go through this diagram. This is template and class. So what is a two-way binding? So suppose you have a declare a property, and this property is being referred into the template. So whatever the changes you made into the template get reflected into the class, and the same if that properties get changed, the same reflected into the template. So that is what I mean to say. A property is being shared into the template, and if you made the changes into the template, get reflected into the class component, that is a module. Or if you change the same property into the module, that get reflected into the template. So actually, why this is required whenever you deal with forms data. So in that case, that view and model should always needs to be in sync. Otherwise, what you can say, data may be inconsistent, because name maybe that all form required data that has to be consistent, because that is a major thing. So just to maintain the form data consistent, just to make the form and model consistent, we can there is a huge headache, maybe just to write our own code or to write own functionality, so that the property should be in the sync, and whenever the changes made into the view, that get reflected into the class, and whenever the property get changed into the class, should be reflected into the form. So this is like a lot of headache. So Angular come with a beautiful, that is a directive, ng directive, that is a ngModel. And that through that ngModel, you can easily do this two-way binding without any overhead. And this is one small piece of code, and you have to just write this, and it will manage that property. So the property will be managed by the ngModel. Whenever the changes made into the UI, that is a view, that is a template, so get reflected into the class, and the same get reflected into the template. So that is a two-way binding. So without wasting a time, we'll just go into the Visual Studio Code, and we'll try to do the same thing. So now you can see I have declared a variable, so property. So I'll use this property into my template. So I'll say input, and then I'll declare a two-way binding. So using this ngModel. So if we'll declare this, it will not going to work. So for this, you have to, so this is under square bracket, this bracket, and then you have to bind the property that you have declared name. So I'm writing as a name, and what you will do, and then type as a text. Okay, now you just close it. Now everything has been done. So using this ngModel, using this only this, like this piece of word, this is sufficient for two-way binding. So what it will do, whenever you made changes in the template, it get reflected into the name, and whenever the name get changes, it get reflected here. So what I'll do, just to check whether the changes made into the component get also reflected here, so I'll interpolate this. So what I'll do, h2, I'll just make this, so h2, and then I'm interpolating this, so name, and then I'm closing it, h2. I'll close it. Okay, so now the code is, yeah, I'm done with this code. So everything has been done. So I'm running it. Yeah, so it has been run. So it is saying can't bind ngModel since it is not known property of input. So it has failed. So it is not going to understand how to do this. So basically, whenever you deal with ngModel, so the first thing you have to include a form model, because the ngModel is declared into the form model, because most of the time people used to get stuck, why it is not working. So because of first of all, you have to include the form model, because that is the most important, and if you'll not include, it will not going to work. So I'll just copy this form model. You can get it from the net, or I'll share in the description. So into this, so I'm model.ts, you just include this, import this, and you can just import into this import, and then we'll just save it. Okay, so this error will go. So yeah, this error has been gone. So so here this error has been gone. So now I'll just load this. Yeah, so it has been loaded. Now you can see. So now we'll try Shailesh, and then how are you So it is quite cool. Whatever you are typing, that has been two-way binding. So that is cool feature, and you have not nothing, you have done nothing. You have just included ngModel. You have just declare ngModel and bind your property, and everything is two-way syncing. So whatever changes you made, this get updated into the name variable that is declared into the component, and the same get interpolated into the view. So this is the cool feature, and that you can use a lot of in the form whenever you deal with a form, and whenever you deal with, like, what you can say, form data. So in that case, it will be so important. So please, if you have not go through the video, if you have not you have not understood, once again. So I hope you like the video, and please, if you like the video, please share with your friend, and subscribe my channel. Thank you.